Created in 1983, Warhammer is a tabletop strategy game played with miniature fantasy figurines. Players command miniature armies and send their troops out to battle against their opponents, with moves being decided by the roll of a die. But long before the duel can begin, figures themselves need to be assembled and painted for combat. Painting the figures is delicate work due to the size and amount of details involved.
It's pretty difficult to make sure you get the right lighting source on it, because you don't want it to be like too bright in some spots and not bright enough in the other spots. Really tough. So, I mean, like, this paint is almost like regular acrylic paint, but it's got a higher pigment ratio. So there's to like the water to pigment, it's quite a bit higher. So that way you don't have to use quite as much paint. That's why they come in these tiny little paint pots. The other thing about this particular brand versus some of the other ones is this has like a drying agent in it, so it dries quite a bit faster than regular paint as well. Depending on like the type of model, they have their own paint schemes. You generally follow them, but you have like a broad spectrum of, you know, do whatever you want sort of thing. You can sort of make it your own, but for the most part, it's kind of like a choose your own adventure. So. But some of them it gets like a little bit tougher, like the big guy there, or this guy here. There's a lot of lighting you have to sort of come into play with. So like some of the brighter parts are just where you would imagine where the light is hitting on the model, and then like you have to create that shadow underneath as well. It's a lot of like planning.
Depends on the model, because like some models come in plastic, some come in resin. Resin's a lot harder to work with because it's like when it comes out of the mold at the factory, requires a lot more maintenance to actually get it so it's the right shape, making sure there's not a bunch of like flakes and stuff like that coming off of it. Plastic's a lot more easy. You just kind of take it off the sprue with like it could be like a clipper or something like that. You just sand down the mold lines, get that done, and then from that point on, then you just kind of put it together, super glue, whatever you like. And I mean, the nice thing about Warhammer is you don't need to follow the cards. I mean, you could just be like, I want to put an arm here, I want to put a leg here. Or you can follow the rules, it's up to you.